Soy Rosalinda Freeman, the Magnus Language Institute. Hi there, I'm Rosie Freeman from Magnus Language Institute, and I'm back again this week doing a series on what not to say in Spanish. And we're back in Industrious, the co-working space I hang out in when my daughter's using Wi-Fi and I need good Wi-Fi. So we're here today, and this time around we're going to talk about probably the second most common error people make in things that they shouldn't say in Spanish. It sounds right, but get your foot in your mouth. And tell you a little story to start off. My brother did this a couple times in Spain and learned the hard way that wanting to say that you're embarrassed in Spanish, there's a word that's very similar. It's embarazado or embarazado, does not mean embarrassed. So we're going to go ahead and hit the whiteboard today, look at what that is so you don't say it, know what it actually means, and then know ways around it. Like, what do you say when you want to say you're embarrassed in Spanish? Okay, so you're in Spain or you're in Argentina, Costa Rica, and you're hanging out with some new friends you have, and you're like, I'm a little embarrassed to speak Spanish. Funny, because you try to say estoy embarazado to say that you're embarrassed, and suddenly you've said you're pregnant. Let's look at that. So imagine you want to say you're embarrassed and you say this. Estoy, I am feeling, or I am embarazado. Change colors so you can see it. Even if you're a woman, estoy embarazada, that means I am pregnant. But it's even funnier when a guy says it. And my brother tried to say that one time when we were in Madrid and we were younger. And he was trying to say, oh, I'm embarrassed to say something in Spanish. And he said, estoy embarazado. Funny, because he actually embarrassed himself further and got beet red because he was saying, I'm pregnant. Estoy embarazado. So stay away from that. That's a word or expression you don't want to use unless you're pregnant. That's what that means. So what do you say when you're embarrassed? The best and easiest way to say that in Spanish is to say literally, I have shame. So it's an expression, idiomatic expression in Spanish. And if you've studied some Spanish, you know that there are expressions with the verb tener. So tener means to have. But there are a lot of expressions in Spanish for saying, like, you're hungry, tengo hambre, tener hambre. Let's start with tener, right? So you would say tengo hambre, I'm hungry, tengo hambre. But for being ashamed, you can say that too. So, or embarrassed, it would be tengo vergüenza. So V-E-R-G-U, and those two little dots mean you're going to pronounce it gue, vergüenza. So tengo vergüenza means I'm ashamed or I'm embarrassed. So that's the best way to avoid saying estoy embarazada, I'm pregnant. When you're trying to say I'm embarrassed, you should say tengo vergüenza, I'm embarrassed. So I hope that makes sense and you enjoyed that. It's very useful to know not just what to say, but what not to say in Spanish. And if you like this video, go ahead and press like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, but also log on to magnusspanishservices.com to see our beginner and intermediate packages for fall and spring 2020 and 2021, and also some events coming up in the next few months in the Phoenix area. That's it for now. Hasta luego. Adios.